Guys, I have a secret.
What?
What is it?
What's your secret?
I'm Freddy Fazbear.
This is what Doug's vision looks like. To think that this is what I could look like if I didn't wear glasses all the time.
Man, no wonder I'm a fucking Grim Reaper.
Son of a bitch. So, you know, it kind of feels like one of those scenarios where, like, in the original game, you play as the guy that was trying to take down the big bad, whereas in the next game, you play as an offscreen of the big, bad to save him from the original good. Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, yep. We are back with FNAF 2, just straightforward after the first one. This game... This game is definitely something if you don't know what you're supposed to... if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Hey,
First off, can I just say that these... Can I just say, I don't know how to feel about these guys going for their facelift. I think the practitioner did them a little dirty.
Too many cheeks.
Well, hi, but did you know this is a new generation of Fazbear animatronics?
Yep.
Yeah,
New
a prequel.
model, a new line. A prequel?
Yeah, this game's a prequel to the first game.
Oh. That would explain why we're about to hear Phone Guy again. So, new office, new you, new UI, new things. What do we gotta know to survive?
So right off the bat, like I just showed, we have a Fazbear head. That's going to be very helpful, except for one animatronic, but we'll get to him soon. It's going to be your saving grace, is what I can say. And one strat I will say, for later nights too, because Markiplier did it and everyone just went with that, is whenever you're at the camera, close it and automatically switch to the Fazbear head immediately. Because that will save you a lot of time.
Okay. Oh.
And obviously, since we're working with a new Five Nights at Freddy's, that also means we got a new lineup of Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics we have to deal with. Would you like to explain some of them we have to deal with today?
We're going through with the new ones for this game, of course. The toy animatronics. Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, and Toy Chica. And another one, too, except for that fuckstick right there. Mangle. Which is Funtime, not Funtime, fuck me. Toy Foxy in some sense, but we call it as the Mangle with how she looks.
Right. Gotcha. Because if lore is something to be denoted, apparently the kids really love to mess around with Toy Foxy to such a point where they kind of just gave up on reassembling her all the time, and just that's why she has the new nickname Mangle.
That is correct. And as you saw right there, that's what she looks like.
Kids can be so cool when they sense weakness.
Right?
From the fucker I said, that is Balloon Boy. He is a bitch. Because when he is in your office, he doesn't kill you, but he takes your batteries for your flashlight. And that will incense of helping Foxy to kill you. So if that happens, you are fucked no matter what. Because, as I said with Foxy, yes, the old gang is back, but in a withered state. Foxy will appear in that hallway. What you have to do is flash the flashlight a few times, not too much, because there is a flashlight meter up there. You have to conserve that flashlight meter for... Well, I wouldn't really advise the cameras, especially later nights. Those are mainly for the hallway and those vents.
Okay.
Some of the animatronics can come through the vents, some will just go straight towards the hallway. And Fox is one of them, same with Withered Freddy.
So, go ahead.
They changed a little bit with how you do the flashlight as well, like I said. Other than clicking on the vents for flashlight, you can actually use your control button to actually activate the flashlights that we're seeing right now. And it's a very big help. But again, don't use too much of it, you're gonna die.
So, how to put this? So, is there much a reason why I can't just wear the toy... Oh, hey, Toy Chica. Toy Chica likes to just remove her beak immediately. Is there is there much of a reason why I can't just start wearing the Freddy mask at all times? Just go around, walking around with it?
That thing's heavy.
Oh.
Well, that, and if I remember from the original, not original, from, I think Scott mentioned it in his interview with Dako.
Mm-hmm.
There was going to be a toxin meter for the mask of how long you were wearing it, but Scott took it out.
Oh, okay.
But the main reason for that, Logan, is that the toy animatronics has a facial scanning recognition tied to a criminal database.
Oh, that's handy.
So that is going to help you, especially for, like I said, with the toys. Mangle, not so much. If Mangle's in the room, you're done for. Because one of note, if you hear Mangle staticking, if you hear Mangle static, that's your basic hint of putting on your Fazbear head and just get Mangle the fuck out of there.
Oh, fair enough.
Because sound is also important for this game too, as well as the other games we will mention later.
Yeah, by and large, like, even though they kind of technically sort of got rid of hello there.
Toy Bonnie is the only one that will do that animation.
Okay.
But you were saying, James?
But like, even though they technically got rid of the whole power meter, for lack of a better word, or at the very least recontextualized it, this game's mechanics are definitely a bit more involved than the original.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some people say this is...
Yeah, because not only there... Yeah, because there are more animatronics, like, even from what I've described. There is more. Exactly... Well, you don't face them all in main nights, but you do in Night 6 and onward. There is 10 animatronics, but 9 for the main 5.
Yeah.
No, I was about to say real quick as well. You may notice why I'm winding up the music box. That is for the marionette, or the puppet, for some people want to just say it easier. The marionette, if that music box meter is fully depleted, no matter what you try to do, the marionette will kill you. Like, that is dead game if that happens.
Okay, so that just needs to be a resource you need to manage, just like everything else.
Exactly.
But it's
basically
tricky.
just keep your camera on that camera at all times.
But that is part of the tricky bit, is that that is now a incentive that is forcing you to have to be on your camera at all. It forces you to have to go on the camera eventually because, you know, similar with what happened recently. Okay, sorry, two thoughts. One, I've heard people say that finishing this, like beating this game, especially on 2020 mode, is probably, like, I don't even know if I can count out the correct amount of 20s, but I've heard is one of the hardest games in the franchise, for that matter. Number one. Number two is that, if you recall in the last video, Doug managed to escape a narrow death by simply not doing anything and just keeping his eye on the door to prevent that from happening, to prevent, Cheek from getting in. The puppet's mechanic prevents him from being able to rely upon that because the puppet's mechanic means he needs to look at that camera once in a while.
Once in a while, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Of course, not too much, but every once in a while. But main thing as well, if it's at the very low end of that meter, do not wind it up all the way in a single camera run. You'll have to strategize, especially with the other animatronics roaming around.
Fair enough.
And there's the withered ones right there.
Oh.
So, that does raise a question. This is a prequel to the original Five Nights at Freddy's. And yet, here we see that, there's a brand new lineup of, Freddy Fazbear brand animatronics that are more toyetic, and yet there's also like the classic FNAF, quote-unquote FNAF animatronics, just all withered up and decayed. Like, what's that all about?
You guys can chime in if I'm getting this incorrectly as well.
Okay.
The main four were in the original were in a different animatronic place. I think Fredbear's Family Diner or another one. I could be wrong.
So.
But they were relocated to this one as well. But the reason, if I also remember, the reason they look like that is because they were trying to find parts for the toy animatronics so that they can, look more kid-friendly. So they took the old animatronics parts and converted to the new ones.
So would that imply that the animatronics we see in the first Five Nights at Freddy's, considering that's technically that takes place after this, would you say that the animatronics in that game were more like a hand-me-down, or just or recycled, for lack of a better word?
Could be hand-me-down or recycled. I'm not too sure. It has been a while since I dug that.
Because it's kind of like something you see every once in a while, where like maybe a certain brand will bring back an old / retired icon for the sake of like a special event or whatever,
Yeah.
or just bring back some old props just for the sake of nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
You're never gonna.
And that's kind of what I mean. If that's what the sequel implies here, that pretty much, I don't know, makes it seem like the animatronics from the first game were essentially, again, like an antique that were brought back for to bring back to a modern audience.
Yay!
Yeah.
Promotional time.
And I know they play with it. And I know they play with that idea even harder once we reach the third game.
Especially in the third game. Fucking Christ.
Oh, it's like that.
I know a lot of people say that game is the easiest game in the series. If you know what you're doing. That's my whole problem. If you know what you're doing, that's fine. But if you don't, you're gonna get fucked. Because
Dang.
I've said this in the previous video again. Especially with the fourth game, sound is very important.
Yes.
And especially of trying to look out for where Springtrap is supposed to be. But we'll save that when we get to Free.
Okay. Hey, Toy. So Sammy, have you ever tried out the sequel?
No, I haven't. I never played any of the games again because I'm a chicken shit and I get sensitive to hearing things.
Well, from what you've seen of the second game, how would you feel it compares to the original?
I think it's fine. It looks a little bit cluttered at points with a lot of characters involved, but I think that it's fine.
Okay. How about you, Anthony?
This is
Play
probably
this one
one of
on
my
stream
other favorite games of the series, but I'll admit, like, the cameras are kind of useless here and there besides the puppets.
Yeah, the camera's borderline useless for just that.
Yeah, because all you really need to do is just keep an eye on the hallway, the vents, and the puppet, and that's pretty much it. You don't really need to look for wherever everyone else is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, anyway.
No, I can see the amount of what's the word? Not maybe distractions, but just the amount of overwhelming information to like manage it and like make sure like what is and is not useful to us.
Pretty much.
Who's here?
That was Toy Chica.
Oh no.
Another thing is that if you do see them, of course, put the mask on. How you know they go away? They'll just crawl away from the vents.
Okay.
Like the first sound of it as well, you'll be fine.
Okay. Easy does it. Hey, James, your guys' thoughts on the sequel, assuming you originally experienced it vicariously through YouTubers as I had.
Oh,
Hey
there
there.
he is.
Yeah, he looks fine. Moving on.
He checks out. He's clean.
Yeah, he's fine. But yeah, honestly, kind of, it's interesting because, like, unlike the first game where I've experienced it but have no real interest in it beyond that, I've never actually seen a lot of the other games in action outside of just whenever I see friends talking about it, or as of lately, when Categoras was talking about the first 4 games, technically first 3 games, during his big indie horror game video. And yeah, that is what I've been quoting for the past couple of times in the first FNAF. And spoiler alert, I'm probably going to do that for the others.
It's fun, it's cute, it's quick.
I mean, we got all the time with the roll for that stuff. I mean, again, we're only covering the 6 nights. Shut up, balloon boy.
I will say that again. I mainly experienced this again through people like Markiplier, and oh boy, the amount of lore that was introduced, especially when it was found out this was actually a prequel all along, and Our poor boy Fitzy here.
Mr. Fitzy.
Well, what's wrong with Fitzgerald?
There's a reason he ain't in Rush Hour 3. I know he ain't going to Rush Hour 4. Yeah. Problems, especially with that pesky little criminal database thing. Do you believe the theory that Phone Guy was actually a villain all along?
I can believe it.
I mean, what exactly is there to go off of?
Mainly two things. One, that he's been here all along and like would have heard and known about something or another. Number one. Number two, that it's at the very end of this. A cutscene.
How's it going?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Bonnie.
How you doing?
Just chilling. What's up? Chica, you looking at me too? Yeah. It's a cool day. Good day out. Just the fact that like at the very end, we'll talk about it, is that like there is a event that happens after at the end of this game that if it wasn't for Phone Guy's insistence.
It's me.
It's me.
It's a me, Mario. Let's go. Come on, children.
Mario.
Is that if the Phone Guy hadn't suggested something, perhaps Fitzy would still be with us.
Potentially.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's all we're really going off of that. But anywho.
Well, I mean, hey, at least you guys Justice Search in the first game.
True.
Speaking of actually, because that did remind me, it's not mainly correlated to the first game, but in a sense with this game and a bit of the fourth game, well, mostly the fourth game in a sense. There was an incident that happened, naming it the Bite of 87.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Because the Phone Guy mentioned it in the first game. The reason I didn't explain it more because, well, again, it's mostly tied with this game and the fourth game. And there's Foxy right there. Of a kid going up to one of the animatronics, and they bit off their frontal lobe, like entirely. And no one knew who the animatronic was at the time. And most suggested that it was most likely possibly Foxy.
At the time, anyway.
At the time, yeah.
Because of the teeth and like it was the only
it's not just
animatronic
the
that. Go ahead.
It's not just the teeth. I mean, the others, minus Chica, has teeth too.
True.
I mean, there wasn't also kind of a thing where, like, unlike Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie, they were still allowed to, they were still allowed to, go out and play when the establishment was still, up and operational. Wasn't like in the dead of night where they need to be kept in their, kept locked back.
Oh,
Foxy,
with the
I
Bonnie.
think, was just straight up,
Get away from
Bonnie. But otherwise, yeah, I think, like, in the first game, I think it was already established that Foxy was completely retired.
Yes, he was.
Oh, with the signs and stuff, right?
Especially with how he looks, really.
True.
Like, he did look
I mean,
worse
hell,
for-
even
he
his
did look a little worse
torso,
for
you
wear
can
than
see
the
his
other-
endoskeleton.
Right,
True,
like, he was
yeah,
a little
yeah.
worse. He was a little worse for wear than the other animatronics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's gone. Thank goodness. Now we can get back to some serious some serious
Like-
homework studying here. I got a test tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of.
I don't need this shit.
Because it's like, we bring up the whole Bite of 80.
Hey,
Hello.
Well,
But what was I gonna say? Like this game, like the Bite of 87 hence its name, took place in 87, and I'm trying to think, like, when does this game take place? I think it was like somewhere
84.
in the mid 80s or so.
That year,
it's 80.
if I remember.
84, 87.
Yeah. Another thing is that how people will know is whenever you get your paychecks, they actually checked up on
I love
Well,
this
but-
book,
but-
actually.
what the. Yeah.
Go ahead.
But people looked up of the pay wages back in the 80s and 90s, and they were trying to figure out which games took place. The first game was around the early 90s, and this game, if I remember, is exactly 1987. Although
Okay.
we do not see the bite,
Right, it's just mainly hinted at.
just for story purposes. Yeah.
It was one of these guys that pulled the bite.
Was that the...
All right.
I know you...
Though I guess now the thing
I
about
think
it
we'll
is-
save that for later.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
fair.
I guess there's kind of funny thing about it, though, considering that nowadays the Bite of 87 kind of holds little to no relevance, considering another similar...
Hey, Freddy.
Hi, Freddy.
The OG.
I'm just like you!
I'm a Freddy as well. Nah, I know you like Withered Bonnie, but something about Chica... Actually, I guess all of the Withered animatronics, they have such cool, like, imposing, like, towering
I love it.
over you stature and stuff.
Right? Jesus Christ!
That was my favorite
Give me
part
a
of
hug.
Chica
That was my
just
favorite part of the
really
video, not
wants
gonna
to
lie.
keep you. Chica just really wants to keep you company. What are you talking about?
It's like, I'm expecting one of these guys to scream in my face at some point or another, even when I put on the mask.
Speaking of, actually, if they do come in the room, another indicator other than you just pulling down the camera, they will pull down that camera. And I've had that instance in this video.
Just force it
If
down.
you're not
for
quick
you.
enough with your timing of putting the head on fast enough, you will die. But there is chances of not having that happening. But it's a rare chance, if I'm correct.
Fair.
Or it's a 50-50.
And
Other than
Foxy,
that,
yeah,
you just have to be quick of your reaction.
Also, something to help here is, like, this is around the time when they really start doing the really blood-curdling screams.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the sound design really get like between all
But
the they all have
but
great
the
sound
first
design.
one's iconic, and then this one and onward just kind of go full on.
Kind of, yeah.
It's kind of funny because with the fourth game, there was actually, if I remember, Scott actually, in the fourth one, Scott actually changed with that scream slightly because in the trailer for FNAF 4, it was more animalistic, but in the main game, it's not. Which kind of, not gonna lie, disappoints me about, especially with how nightmarish they're supposed to be with their animalistic features.
Right.
Minus Chica.
I mean, it's supposed to be treated more like a nightmare than a straight up like it's actually happening in real time.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll get to that once we do the
Hey.
fourth game.
Sammy, do you have a
Chihuahua no bueno, Chica.
Sammy, do you have a favorite of this generation of animatronics?
Not particularly.
this generation?
no.
Yeah, I was curious if Sammy had a favorite of them all or something like that.
Not particularly, no.
You hate all of them.
Not
How
even
about you,
Foxy.
Anthony? And there's Foxy, yeah. You can pick Foxy.
Do you not like how Foxy looks in this game?
Do you not like how he jumps?
Do you not like how he oogle boogles?
I forgot how he looks.
Yeah, I'll show you when he pops up here. This was actually also the game, I just realized in hindsight, that gave us the meme of something jumping in your face with the jump scare sound attached. It could be all sorts of things. It could be the Wolverine jumping at Deadpool, and the Deadpool Wolverine just suddenly Wolverine
I
jump
love
scares.
that.
He just lets out.
Logan,
There-
I just had a thought. Hey, you want to see something really cool?
That also.
Actually,
could
it's
have
funny
been
that
it
you
for-
mentioned. It's funny you mentioned Puss in Boots because for some reason what I was thinking of is like not even from Last Wish, but like the first film where you have that one shot of like Puss jumping from out of that cover. And he's just in that T pose, leaping forward with the cat.
yeah, There's that one. There was. Oh.
Hey, future boy!
It's just like a whole harmony.
The
Wait, if that's Freddy and that's Barney and that's Chico, who am I?
the console has
Freddy.
decided.
You're also Freddy.
They have decided.
I mean, Logan, do you not see the colors of the Freddy in front of you?
oh,
He's golden.
That Freddy looks different on those sides.
Eat me.
I assume there's still a possibility that Golden Freddy will pop his face right at your face.
you just put a thought in my head, Anthony.
Hmm.
Just the way you said "eat me," it was like, what if after all this time? Because okay, I'm also gonna be, maybe a bit, perhaps a little bit not contradictory. I guess maybe. Yeah, or contrarian is that I feel like for me, I think it's been wonderful opportunities for people in the space to have jobs. By all means, I'm not going to say take their jobs away from them. It's not fair. No, but For me, I feel like the franchise fell off a little bit once we started giving each and every one of these animatronics actual voices and thus personalities associated with them. I always kind of loved it more when they were just this mysterious, omniscient force out to get you. But on the note of giving them voices and thus personalities, Anthony just put in my head the idea of what if Golden Freddy sounded like freaking Wrath of the Titans tiny tiger from Crash Bandicoot.
Smith, I really am cross with you. I'm just doing my job, and you're here causing all this order. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to shove you into a caucus.
Can I shove you into a costume now?
Hey, by the way, you didn't even invite me to the second game. That really hurt.
That really hurt.
Yeah, that is just...
Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
That was a
like,
disaster, but in the funnest way possible.
Like, it
I
can
will
be...
still stand by... Oh, sorry.
It can be, like, well done, though, if you give them voices. Because, like, if you've seen, like, the VHS tapes that people have been making for, like, analog horror for FNAF, like, you can do it right. Like, when it comes to giving them voices. Like, they could be very glitchy, like, what they usually would say, like, let's say during the day, or whatnot. Or, pretty much they could be talking to you, but it's more, like, it has an uneasy feeling to it. Does that make sense?
That, you know what? No, I think you're right. No, okay, I will concede on that. It depends on the sound direction in the voice and the voice effects themselves, because I was about to contradict myself there. Is that, like, okay? So to putting into perspective, I fucking hate Funtime Freddy's voice. I'm sorry, Kellen. I just do not care for that voice at all.
It was supposed to be German at one point.
It was supposed to be German? Oh my god.
It was supposed to sound German at one point.
Oh, German. Oh, I thought you said they were supposed to get German like the streamer. I was like, oh my gosh, that'd be incredible.
No, it was supposed to sound like a German bear at one point.
Maybe like it was like an overseas like bootleg import. Fair enough. Okay, I'm just Glamrock Freddy, for what they're going for, a warm and friendly, ally in dire needs. That's fine. Just Funtime Freddy, actually like ear bleeding. Don't care for it as a voice. I really feel for that dude's voice cords. However, in Ultimate Custom Night, I really love the sound design of Withered Chica's voice.
Oh yeah.
I forgot saying how she was the first and that she saw every like if you go back and listen to that voice clip, it's really cool sounding. Like, it actually sounds like it's glitching and like struggling to be like even like spoken, like that kind of. I think then fair enough. The voice direction it's imperative to keep it like mysterious and haunting, not Toy Bonnie shows up in here and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Toy Bonnie.
Me and the guys.
Toy Bonnie sounds like
me and
a
the guys
chipmunk.
been thinking it's time to get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
And she's making it like, and Toy Chica, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
Hey, who's asking, gorgeous? But
Boy, shut the fuck up.
But yeah, no. Otherwise, like, again, like for the most part, like all the little like animatronics and their voices, like I guess it's like at most it's harmless. At best, I guess it's, how to put this. At best, I don't feel like the voices add a whole lot to the game, because it's still a really, again, creepy in atmosphere game by itself. But at worst, again, it's Funtime Freddy, and I don't care for that.
Right, and that's fair.
If I remember correctly,
However,
those animatronics
Mr.
were posted.
Mr. Hippo is the GOAT, and I would absolutely have tea with him one day.
I forgot there's a fucking hippo animatronic.
Oh, he's the best one.
Mr. Hippo's the best.
Well, I think in the case of Mr. Hippo, like, he doesn't even, like, actively antagonize you like the other ones. He just wants to have a conversation with you.
Well, after he scares you. Have you ever heard his conversations, James?
A long time ago, probably, but I've forgotten. I kind of forgot about it.
They're great. It's like you get jump scared,
They're
and then it's like
fantastic.
a 45 to full, like, 90-second just conversation of him talking with you, telling you a story.
And if you close the game, it'll just restart the conversation.
So you have
shit,
to
does it
listen to the
really?
whole thing? That's awesome.
I never fucking knew
Now,
that.
as I was
Oh,
saying...
you're dead. You're dead. You're dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Goodbye.
Ooga
Because if I remember, he actually did pull down the camera.
Damn.
Game over.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going, man? Hey, how you doing?
You look pretty.
I like.
Why don't you come over here and
No!
I'd like to remind you, Hype, that these are the spirits of children.
Well, we don't know that. We're Fitzy.
Logan.
I'm Fitzgerald. I do not know. Had I known, Your Honor, would never have happened. Never.
I mean,
Christ.
listen, are you sure the character we're playing as truly is a criminal?
No, I
Criminal,
don't think he
criminal,
is. So again, that plays into the theory that
He's just a
that plays
jobless
into
guy.
right. That plays into the theory of what happened next. Is that perhaps Phone Guy wanted to get you killed, so he decided to have you work the day shift, but also sort of the theory goes sort of not so secretly slipped in your face into the dangerous criminals database, thus leading to the bite of 87 as an animatronic attacked you in broad daylight.
I mean, I guess I could, you know what? I can honestly believe that's the case. I was always under the impression that the criminal database system in their visors was faulty.
Oh man,
It could be.
that could be it.
Though I wouldn't be surprised if some sort of future supplementary material debunked that theory.
Because in the phone calls, the phone guy does say, like, when it comes to children, they're all like, you're cool, you're chill. But then when it comes to the freaking adults, they're like, I don't like you.
I don't like you.
I'm afraid
Actually,
I'll take you off your face.
Hey, I'm gonna eat your face. Also, I want to take a moment to apologize for the dumb joke I did earlier. Like, I got so caught up with us doing our own
You're fine.
voices. Like, I assumed we were just going straight into, like, headcanon, do whatever we want. Like, I forgot we were still adhering to the fact that in universe there's still children.
I'm just gonna say this, Hype, don't worry about this. I guarantee you 2/3 of Twitter still don't care about as much as we do.
Oh no, they don't. Trust me, they don't.
They don't. Oh yeah, one thing I should bring up as well. When I do die, I'm going back to that certain hour so I can save everyone here and the audience the trouble.
Okay.
Thank you. Because
Cool.
I don't know if it's just me. It's just me. Maybe it isn't me. But I feel like the nights have been a little bit longer in FNAF 2.
I think they slightly are.
Well,
Though if I
that's
remember
already-
with, I think 3 and 4, they're just around the same time of 6 minutes something.
Huh? Oh, that's
That's a
That's a-
nice.
The marionette.
that's the marionette. Yeah.
Yep.
Tell us about the
Looking
lore,
dead,
Doug.
those. A kid died outside because some dickwad killed a kid, and we have this
Okay,
fuck
seriously.
stick.
Would you stop staring at me, kid? You're starting to creep me out.
No.
Isn't that the point?
Me. But
Me.
yes, kid died, and actually, I really thought you were about to say kid died. The end.
Yeah.
You know, Logan, I was very
That
tempted
didn't
to.
help at all.
No, but no, for reals. Like, so what? Oh, hang on, man. One more phone call. Anything interesting?
Oh, hey, good job, night 5. Hey, keep a close eye on things tonight, okay? From what I understand, the building is on lockdown. No one is allowed in or out, you know.
Oh,
Especially
lockdown.
Any previous employees.
Yep.
When we get it all sorted out, we may move into the day shift. The position just became available. We don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. We're going to try to contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Red Bear's Family Diner or something like that.
There it
Closed
is.
for years, though. I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down. So just get through one more night. Hang in there. Good night.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. And also, I don't know if we've said just dot our T's, cross our T's, dot our I's, cross our Q's, stare you in the eyes. The phone guy there is voiced by Scott Cawthon.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Oh.
Anywho, but yes, the lore about the puppet and what its presence in that cutscene means, Doug.
You guys can shine in if I do get it wrong.
By all means.
Again, a kid did die, if I remember from looking outside of the restaurant, but then someone pulled up and killed the kid. How it turned into the marionette, I don't remember.
I believe once the kid got, like, we're talking Are you talking about the one thing, right, with the minigame and shit?
Mainly that, but I will say right now, I did not encounter the death minigames, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you're not dying. You're too good. No lore for you.
Fuck the lore.
I
But
know.
Anyway, what you were saying?
I know in like I believe it was Pizzeria Simulator actually that if you get like that one puppet, like I forgot what they called him, Rockstar. It wasn't Rockstar Puppet, but either or. I think you get a mini game from that where it has
Oh,
more
Lefty?
detail. No, not Lefty. It was like you actually get like a different puppet in there.
Oh, right, okay. I
And
know what
then
you're talking about.
and then you play the game, you get like a mini game that seems to be more detailed about what happened with the death mini game. And because I believe the puppets thing was that you had to they were like, okay, you have to keep track of these kids with these certain bracelets. And I believe the victim from the death mini game had a green bracelet and it was like, okay, where's this one? Couldn't look for it because I believe someone put a box over the marionettes thing.
Yeah, you couldn't get out there and save it as much as you tried.
Yeah, and then once he got out, it was raining, and obviously robots with rain, not a good mix. And kind of just short circuits and kind of just shuts down next to the kid, and I can only assume that's how the kid possesses that animatronic, I can only assume.
And so how that ties to the sequel here then, or wherever we're at now, is that this puppet, for whatever reason, James, has the power to grant life and or do the same thing that happened to it to other wayward lost spirits.
So it's thanks to that particular thing why all the other animatronics have their, spirits.
Well, it's like, yes and no. Like, the withered animatronics, yes. I believe what's going on here is that these toy animatronics, they're not actually, I don't think they're actually possessed by anything. They're just, security. Their security AI is going haywire, and they're just trying to attack anything.
So they're just glorified mooks.
Besides the
think
wizards,
so.
I think. Keyword, I think.
Right. I think because I don't think this many children have been killed. I think it is just at the heart of all this. I believe it is still just the original 5 plus the marionette.
And yeah, pretty much.
And Balloon Boy.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Balloon Boy.
Yes,
Balloon Boy's been dodging. He's been dodging taxes for the last couple of years. So he's just kind of doing a quick little stint here while he, saves up for a plane ticket down to Peru. So he can,
But he's a child.
He just wants those sweet succulent AA batteries, okay?
Thank you for saying that joke other than me.
You're welcome.
I don't like the fact that you call them succulent, though, because that implies he will eat them.
he may.
I mean, he's a robot, so...
Listen, the electricity inside batteries to them are like juices.
Pretty much.
He's like, hit me.
Hit me. Sam, do you have any input?
Yeah, on the story and characters.
No input.
What's your thought on what are your thoughts on grilled onions on a burger?
You.
You don't like grilled onions when they're when it's tangy and savory? Aww, I like them. Sammy, I don't think I can invite you to my next barbecue.
Oh,
Damn.
that's fucked.
Listen, my guy,
What
you
issue
can
is my plus one?
you can feel that strongly about your grilled onions all you want. The only onions I'll eat are onion rings.
Fair.
I'm gonna pass on that myself.
I like onions.
Well, I meant
Of all
onion
the-
rings I'm not too big on.
Of all the moments and stuff that have led to YouTube households and influencers or whatever breaking off and never working together again, what would happen if that came about? Just the deep gasp of, what if that freaking started on this channel just because of freaking onions versus onion rings and strawberry versus grape jelly, and then that was it. Just I refuse to work with this person ever again.
It's like, fuck this, I'm going
listen,
back to my
Logan.
country.
I mean, listen, Logan. You're like a brother to me, and I'll always love you. But you need to get through your devil damn thick skull that grape is better.
Thick skull.
There's. Uh-oh.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chica.
Hey, Chico.
Boogity boogity!
God.
What did we do wrong? Did we lift the thing up too fast or too late?
She
or-
pulled down the camera.
Even then, like, you can quickly smackle down the mask. It's just very picky.
It's very picky, yeah. But even if you're doing that, it's just so quick.
Yeah,
Like you have to have you have to have really good reflexes.
Do you but I guess beyond that, again, we're on the 5th night, almost approaching the 6th, like, just the the usual strategy you've been employing applies, just check the vents, flash down the hallway, and
You don't need to check
wind
the
the box. You don't have to check the vents?
Well, on the camera anyway. Yeah, just check from this main screen, just keep your camera on the marionette camera, and that's all you need.
Okay.
And rinse
Hey
and
there,
repeat
buddy.
what I've been doing.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Get back to your homework.
Put the mask back on.
Maybe boys coming over to copy your homework.
Alright, but be sure to change it up so the teacher doesn't know you cheat.
Alright, me
know
and the
the
boys are
answer.
not coming over to copy your homework.
It's like, go home.
Congratulations, you've served your first week.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
$87.
$150.
Gotta say, like, this is really... They definitely up their prices, not by a whole much, because you don't make as much in this game as you did in the first.
Well, remember the this is back in the mid '80s or so, like when that then actually meant more than what we earn now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say, you beat the game.
Yay!
Now where to?
Well, what do you think we're doing, mister?
We're doing overtime.
Yippee!
Overtime!
Overtime!
Like,
Alright.
Thanks I get for working overtime.
This call's important.
Oh, let's see. Go ahead.
Hello. What on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down, at least for a while. Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it. Now none of them are acting right. Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night. We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday. You'll be on day shift. Wear your uniform. Stay close to the animatronics. Make sure they don't hurt anyone, okay? For now, just make it through the night. When the place eventually opens again, I'll probably take the night shift myself. Okay, good night, and good luck.
Yep. And indicating the yellow suit, that means Golden Freddy is active now.
Shit.
Oh, I thought it was a reference to what we learned about in the 3rd game.
That is later too.
Okay, there's a lot
I
of
just
different
like how...
strategies.
Oh,
Go
boy.
ahead.
I just like how the call started off with him going like, what are you doing there?
It's like, who? Wait a
Fuck,
minute.
I didn't
Who
get the
are
memo.
you?
Who are you?
It's like, what are you doing? We're not getting overtime for this, you know.
Oh no. But yeah, no. There's a lot of interesting lore and stuff and implications and whatnot going on in here and now. But yep. Apparently, it's I guess theorized that perhaps one of those murders just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why the whole place closed down.
Yep.
Yep.
And actually, just
Because-
going back when you guys were making the overtime joke, I was waiting for Doug to do the horn sound. I was gonna be like, "There's that stupid noise again."
Damn.
Oh no, that's just Junior, Junior about to jump off the window.
It's about a two-star window or whatever he says. Oh.
Junior.
I was also about to mention, since I don't get death minigames here, I'll also say, even with the death minigames, it also helps out of who we're trying to find out who the killer is, namely known as the Purple Guy.
Yes.
He's the main antagonist of the murders, and especially the
entire
main
franchise.
antagonist for the 3rd game.
In fact, the whole franchise at greater odds. And
And
you know what?
Up until recently, I think that was all he was known as, the Purple Guy.
yep.
I
Now we know
Dumb.
him as Shaggy.
Like zoinks! I'm the purple guy.
Are you
That's still my
challenging?
favorite. I was about to say that's still my favorite. That's still my favorite video that Bosch did, where he took the footage of him from the movie, but superimposed Shaggy's face over it, starting off with like, "You're in trouble." Gunshot. Are you challenging
Oh, yeah.
me? Oh, too late. Stabs him and then just does the face.
Oh
That
my
was a
god.
really good one.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
there's a
that
lot
will
going on
pop
now.
up if. Yeah, that will pop up if it's very close to depleting for the marionette.
Oh, okay, well.
So if that flashes, try your best to get
Check.
onto that pronto.
Uh-oh.
Yep, now is the part where basically I would say this is one of the... I want to say it's this game, it has the... Or at least maybe FNAF 4 as well, but like this game has like the most like... Do everything, juggle, keep that plate spinning, check the camera, rotate, move, check the lap fan, just so many...
So many things
do you ever
going on.
do you ever get like this happened to me in the one fan game? Do you ever get like the sense of almost like adrenaline of just constantly like checking everything and like don't want to like miss a single step?
Uh-oh.
I mainly
boy.
felt that with
Oh, hi there, Mangle.
I mainly felt that with the Freddy game, really, because especially with how Springtrap is fucking fast. And good thing
Fair.
I did that tech there, because I wasn't too sure if I should put up the mask or not. But since Buddha Bonnie was there, I was able to manage to put away fucking toy Bonnie.
Nice, nice. Oh,
Go back to your shelf.
Yeah, literally.
there you
Oh,
go, Freddy.
Golden Freddy.
That is Golden Freddy. If you don't put the mask on, he will kill you.
Fair
And
enough.
he actually does appear in the hallway. As a giant head.
Actually,
Oh.
speaking of... Actually, going back to that whole room we keep on going to where all the plushes are at, I guess it should be said that even though I wouldn't call myself a bona fide FNAF fan, I actually do own a Toy Freddy plush.
Really?
Oh.
How'd you get one?
It was at Target.
Aww.
Or no, it was either Target or GameStop. It was either one of those two. I don't remember which. It's just, but it was like the one FNAF plush that was in stock, I think, or one based off Freddy. I figured, you know what? Looks cute enough. Maybe I'll get it, and I did.
Okay.
Nice.
Does its nose get booped? Can its nose squeak when booped?
I don't think it does. No,
That is
it's
like-
not that elaborate.
My gosh, that's like the one thing that they need to do is just put a simple squeak toy inside each of them. Oh my lord. Anyway. Well, we're on to the sixth night. There's no other time better like this to say before I forget before the weekend, James. We gotta pitch that idea of 5 nights at Eddie's.
I'm sure someone's done that as a joke at some point.
Have we told
And
you the
just-
story? Have we told you the story, Anthony?
No, I don't think so.
We have this idea.
So do you like Ed and Eddie?
Yes, I remember watching it when I was little.
Okay, so we're 30. Okay, so we're 30-plus-year-old adults, grown ass, telling you about this premise about the thing that you grew up with as a kid. So we had this idea of like, what if someone did like a fan game idea of just Eddie's latest scheme trying to like be some interactive horror experience. Basically, it would function no different than Five Nights at Freddy's does now, but everything's made out of cardboard with drawn-on stuff or whatever, as is their norm. And it's just Ed wearing like a cardboard like box as like a head, just going "Whoa!" if you die or whatever, as he gets you.
It looks like there's like there's like one fan game out there, but it doesn't look very good.
Ah, dang it.
There's some fan art though.
Oh.
Uh,
Honestly, though, there like you could take a whole lot of stills from the show, and that'd make the perfect fucking like jump scare reaction.
all this.
Earth is not your salad bar.
The scream sound effect is "Sublois" or whatever, like the sound effect is.
There's that. You know what? Another jump scare.
nice.
Double D doing the "Don't you touch me!"
oh god.
You did it.
Let's go.
Now get the fuck out.
And then Freddy Fazbear is shut down.
Here's your $20. Get the fuck out.
Only over for a
Okay.
few short weeks.
It's a minor
Strapped you to
setback.
The original characters being
It's a
kept in
minor setback.
We are confident we'll reopen with a much higher budget, and therefore that was how everything shut down. They made a
Yep.
pretty big restaurant, didn't do too well. Made a smaller restaurant. Thought, you know what? Let's make a mall-sized pizza store. Nothing bad will happen there, and they just
Clearly.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you never see the toy animatronics ever again.
Until Ultimate Custom Night.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really it. Really. Yep.
Fair enough.
That is another run complete for Five Nights at Freddy's. I finished with the second game.
Let's go.
All right. I believe next up on the list is Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which this time around you only have to worry about one animatronic, but that one animatronic is the least of your problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because well,
Oh, yeah.
he's not alone, but the others don't kill you. But we'll save that once we actually do the third game.
Yeah.
Alright.
Are you ready for springtime?
No.
I hate
It's the
spring.
middle of autumn.
Oh boy, best of luck, man.
Fuck this.
Sammy, any closing words and thoughts on the sequel?
Nah.
Okay.
Damn.